Colleen Hoover, The Controversial Necessity of Trigger Warnings. One of the most popular romance authors of this decade is Colleen Hoover. Not only has she topped charts with most of her novels, but she's been named one of Time magazine's top 100 people. She's inspired young authors and even hosts a book event every year, which donates all the proceeds to nonprofits. In all aspects, Colleen Hoover writes to be inspiring. This is a list of Colleen Hoover's published books. All of these books have hit some type of bestseller list. Most of the reviews are excellent. If you'll notice the one in the top left corner, It Ends With Us. This book just became a major motion picture. While the movie and book, It Ends With Us, mostly got great reviews from readers and fans all over the world, there were critics who jumped on the subject matter of domestic violence, saying that this book romanticizes a terrible thing. It causes mental health stress and trauma. This is another. Reach Beyond Domestic Violence has said It Ends With Us is a film that involves the complex topic of domestic abuse. Despite its subject matter, it's reportedly being marketed as a feel-good romance movie and doesn't include any content warnings. That's what leads me to this assignment. Why aren't trigger warnings required in books with any type of subject matter that could be disturbing to anyone else, including domestic violence? When it comes to Colleen Hoover, she explains that she writes these stories about these situations in order to cope with her own past trauma. She lived with an alcoholic father who physically abused her mother for many years. And as an escape for that, she wrote the book It Ends With Us to reflect on her real life drama and also to show people that you can overcome the situation and get through it. Does your book need a trigger warning? Well, according to this document, you need a trigger warning for everything. Some of them are rape, abuse, any kind, physical, mental, emotional, verbal, sexual, child abuse, pedophilia, self-harm, suicide, kidnapping, anything that may trigger phobias, swearing, slurs, sex, pregnancy, childbirth, drug use, descriptions of medical procedures, descriptions of violence, death, dying, shaming, hatred, racism. Any of these require a trigger warning. So why aren't authors putting these in their books when most fiction has at least one of these in the storyline? There was an article by the Connecticut State Community College offering a list of the most controversial book topics. Number 1, exploration of taboo subjects. Number 2, challenging social norms. Number 3, provocative themes and perspectives. Number 4, artistic freedom and expression. The same article closes with negative approach when it comes to the topics Colleen Hoover writes about. They feel she's romanticizing another type of trauma in order to sell books. Whether she's writing from her heart about her horrible past or inventing a story she feels brings awareness to the issue, the mixed reviews have made major headlines. The main point of this article is that trigger warnings can not only be beneficial, but life-changing, and they need to be in every book. To close, including trigger warnings in Hoover's books could reduce the risk of emotional and mental traumas, which have been rising as the author takes more risks writing about graphic scenarios.